Hello and welcome to this Long Island weather wind alert because it's been very windy and I really think there should have been a wind advisory out there today. This is so we had decreasing temperatures, especially little secondary cold front came through and really dropped the temperatures this evening, and it's going to be pretty chilly this evening. During the day it was still actually kind of mild, but then as we got toward after the sunset, that's when things started really dropping. We did have a lot of clouds around today, some breaks, and then again towards sunset, you could see the dusk that we had there. That's when it started turning colder. However, if you were looking at the sky as the sun after dusk, we have two interesting things going on here in this photo that I took here. So this is at Rockville Center by the lake, and you'll see here these are noctilucent clouds here. These are noctilucent clouds, so these are called noctilucent clouds. They occur, I think, in the stratosphere or something. You only see them at twilight. But if you look really closely here, and I couldn't see it with the naked eye because the main reason I was looking is everybody's talking about this comet that was going to be visible. But the thing is, I couldn't. Here we go. I accidentally changed the photo. Everybody was talking about this comet, and I couldn't see it with my naked eye. I just started taking pictures instead. Well, lo and behold, the camera was able to capture it, and you should be able to see the comet right here. That's it right there. Atlas, this is the comet right here. Atlas Comet. I was actually able to get a photo of this thing, and it is beautiful. Look at this. So now I know where it is in the sky, and that's it right there. That's the comet. I couldn't see it with my eye, but that's a comet right there. That's going to be visible in the sky toward the western horizon after sunset, and it will get higher in the sky, so it will be easier for people to see. But remember, as it gets higher in the sky, it's also getting further away from the sun. But you can clearly see the tail on that. And then these clouds here are what you call noctilucent clouds. So you don't see these too often. I noticed them, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Another photo of the comet here. This one's a little darker, so you should be able to see it a little better right there. So, yeah, this is the comet right here. That's the comet. That's it right there. Atlas, they call it. It's got a long name. I'll just call it the Atlas Comet. Yeah, that's beautiful, isn't it? It sure is. But yeah, the wind is definitely an issue today. We're going to go over some of these observations. We're still getting gusts 30 miles an hour. I don't know why they never issued a wind advisory today. I think it was needed. You'll see some frost advisories for Jersey. I guess they think that the temperatures are going to drop below freezing. I'm not sure if that's going to be happening with this wind. The wind is going to have to drop down for that. But you can see temperatures have dropped to 48 degrees. Dry air in place, dew point 35. It actually did get up to 70 at Islip today, so it was warm during the day. You'll see it got up to close to 70. There were a very few no precipitation pretty much at Islip. So, but you'll see here during the day we did get close to 70, especially in the afternoon. It felt pretty warm and breezy. But then you could see the dew points actually started dropping right around after 2 o'clock. It was kind of damp, and then the dew point started dropping. And you see that wind shift from southwest to the west there. But you'll see that these wind gusts are pretty high. And then we had the secondary front come through this evening. And you can see the winds pick up again over here. Gust of 40 at 7:05. So, yeah, I don't know why there wasn't a wind advisory issued. I think there should have been one. I don't know why there wasn't. There definitely should have been. Definitely kind of should have had a wind advisory today because it was quite windy. As far as the max temps go, yeah, it did get up to 70. You're not going to see it that warm for a while, and obviously the lows are the current temperatures. Let's just briefly go over, and again, the wind is going to be an issue. I don't know why that there is no wind advisory in effect. If you go to the site, you'll see there is no wind advisory here, just a small craft advisory. I don't know why there was not a wind advisory posted, because there should have been. And we have really cold air in the central part of the country. Look at some of these freeze warnings that we got here. This is going to get really cold in this area here. Got freeze warnings. So some definitely cold air coming our way. So again, we're going to just show you that. So you got this pressure gradient between the low. That's where we're getting this wind. That pressure gradient relaxes a little bit, but that wind is still going to be there through Wednesday. And then I think Thursday and Friday, we'll start seeing a little less of a pressure gradient and lighter winds for the most part. But the temperatures, yeah, they're going to be cold. So just to give you an idea of the cold air that's coming down, you'll see that there's some cold. You see those below freezing temperatures there, right, that we're going to have. But there will be moderation as we get toward later in the week. So let's take a closer look at our temperatures. I'm just going to use the GFS just because we don't really have anything mesoscale to deal with here. So we'll look at the dew points and wind flow, obviously, through tomorrow. You see, again, those gusty northwest winds. It's going to stay on the breezy side. It's dry, so that's another concern. No rainfall. Wildfire. I'm surprised they haven't issued red flag warnings. But you could see the wind maybe a little less tomorrow and Wednesday, but it's still going to be there. Northwest winds, northwest flow pretty much stays in play. Here we are Thursday with more of a northerly flow, and then Friday we have a northeasterly flow. So it's going to be cool with this type of flow. So looking at the GFS tonight, temperatures are going to get down probably 30s perhaps in the Pine Barrens, 40s everywhere else, and then for tomorrow, we're only staying in the 50s, and then down to the 30s again tomorrow night. I don't want to see what the HRRR has for lows. Mid to upper 50s again on Wednesday, and then I think by Thursday we'll start to see some moderation, getting closer to 60 perhaps, but still cool. And then as we get toward Friday, that's when we'll start returning to temperatures in the mid 60s, mid to upper 60s, which will be close to 2 or slightly above normal. Let me go to the HRRR one here. Just looking at the lows, just to show you how cold it's going to get at night. So tonight, probably not going to. I don't think the winds are going to stay up, so I don't think we get below freezing unless the winds drop. 30s, it'll be upper 30s will be the lowest, but it's tomorrow night. The winds might drop off tomorrow night, and if they do, that's when we'll have a chance to get below freezing. But I think we're going to need the wind to drop off for that to happen. Skies for your skies, and again, we will have to watch for clouds tomorrow. Some clouds to start, maybe more sun by the afternoon, and then Wednesday, more sunshine. I think that'll be more of a mostly sunny day, and then Thursday we will have to watch this. Hardgem wants to have this coastal system spread clouds our way on Thursday, mainly to the east. It has like a coastal system there. GFS is not doing this, so I think it's just an issue with the RGEM at this point. I'm not going to really take that serious. None of the other models are doing that. So RGEM is just being a little bit too amplified, I think, at this point. But if anything changes with that, I'll update you on it. But other than that, that's going to be it. Again, I shouldn't do an update tomorrow night unless something unusual happens. But I did have to do an update tonight because we did have several unusual things happening. The wind, the Noctilucent clouds, and of course that comet that was visible tonight. So that's going to wrap it up. Good night.